My name is Prashanth. I'm also known as Bahar. So right now, I'm in my Bahar form. I'm a drag queen, but when I'm Prashanth, I am a stylist and I also run a clothing company called Destilo.
So when did you discover yourself? How did you come out to the world?
I did not really have to discover myself. I always knew who I was. I was struggling with the fact of how to tell this to other people. So from as long as I remember, I always was a sissy boy. I never liked playing cricket or doing anything that sporty that usually kids do. I grew up playing with Barbie dolls and I liked wearing dresses. I wanted to have long hair, all of that usual. So I did not have to discover that side of me, but I had to figure out how am I going to tell it to my parents, how am I going to tell it to the world, will I be accepted? That was a struggle. So I came out to the world when I was in college. I couldn't keep it to myself and I realized that, if people cannot love me for me, then they are not my friends. So that's when I told them, and then I realized that everybody was loving me, regardless of who I was. So that was one, and then couple of years later, after I graduated, after I started to work, that's when I told my mother, and then she told my father, and to my surprise, they were so accepting. Like, all my mother wants, like any other mother, all she wants is her own grandchild. She doesn't care how, but she wants me to marry a man and then have a baby. Like, of course, surrogacy, but she wants her own flesh and blood.
Wow.
So she's amazing.
How do you want people to ask you out on a date?
Oh. Oh shit. Sorry, am I supposed to say that?
No, that's okay.
When men come to me and talk to me about me and about what I do, and I like meaningful conversations. I like to see the drive in a man. And then, so when I talk to them about that, then after that, if it leads to a point where they said, I love having a conversation with you, can we go out? I'd love to take you out for a coffee. And I don't like men telling me, I would like to take you out for drinks. I like the fact that they ask me out on a coffee date, not a drink date. Yeah.
What is the cheesiest pickup line someone has used on you?
Oh God, so many.
Or cringeworthy, whatever.
Oh, are you the reason for global warming? That's the cheesiest thing that I've ever heard. Oh God. The moment I got that message, I immediately stopped talking.
So when someone sends you a text on Instagram,
Yeah.
how shouldn't they start the conversation?
Hi dear. I just hate that.
So what is the best adventure you've gone with your partner till date? The best.
The most adventurous that I've ever been is going on a speedboat, and I thought I'm going to die. So,
So are you a dominant person or a possessive person? Are there any incidents where you've actually felt jealous when your partner...
yes, there have been times where I felt jealous if, I just think it's very human nature. Any couple would feel jealous if somebody else comes and gets too close to your man. Anybody would feel jealous, and if not jealous, try to be protective at least. And that is probably being possessive, that nobody else should touch. But I have had that situations both ways. I have felt jealous and my partner has felt jealous. I've been in situations where I've been told that I stopped from going to a certain people's houses because they didn't like it. So I've been through all of that.
Have you ever been cheated on by your partner, and how was that feeling?
Yes, I have. Actually, 2 times. That's not true love. Because you've done so much and then partner goes somewhere else. So it was never love. I've been in that situation. I was heartbroken. It took me, first time that it happened, it took me around 6 months to get over. It was the most horrifying time of my life. At that time I was very young, so I felt like my world is shattered. I'll never be able to get over him, but I got over him. But now I just deal with it better. If that happens, I hope it doesn't.
Right.
So, yeah.
So when was that spine-tingling moment when you saw your crush and the same feelings were reciprocated in the first look itself?
Oh, it's going to sound very cliche, but it happened in a club.
Okay.
Where I was standing with my straight friend, and next to him on the other side of the bar there were these two men, and I just told my friend that, oh, I find those two guys, no, one of the guys in white shirt, check shirt, very handsome. I looked at him, and then my friend was like, yeah, they're straight guys, Bahar, just focus somewhere else. And then I was looking at the guy, and then we were drinking, and then suddenly, then I actually stopped looking at the guy because I was like, there's no point. And for me, he was just the perfection, the picture of perfection. And then I was talking to my friend, and suddenly I turned around, and he was next to me. Imagine that my heart just stopped for a minute because I was so nervous. And then I told my friend, he's right next to me, what do I do? And he looked at me and he smiled. And then he told me his name. He asked me my name. And then we decided to talk. And then things went from there.
So how do you think movies on the LGBTQ community are changing the way people see the entire community?
What
movies and web series? How is media helping?
They're bringing like awareness in a very positive way. I have seen a lot of movies, and now I think there's a new movie coming of Mirchi Kannada. I really want to watch that movie because that will be, and I appreciate him for doing it because nobody else could, and he's done it. So I appreciate his guts to do that, and the director to make such a movie because this is the right time to do it. People want to see that, and there is no difference anymore.
So in a relationship, are you the phone or are you the charger?
Oh. Gosh, I don't think I think I have to be both, phone and the charger. Okay. Wait, can you give me another?
Are you the dominant person or?
I'm not dominant.
Okay.
I am very like I said, I identify as a girl, so I'm a very housewifey kind of girl. Person.
Right.
So when I'm in a relationship, I make sure that I do. My man never asks me. It's just that I like doing it. So I'm the one who would like to cook, to serve, to clean, do the laundry, make the bed. I would do all that. I like doing it. So I don't know what you call it. I'm not the dominant one for sure. Okay. But I also not like being told what I should be doing. If I do it, fine. Don't ask me to do it because I will do it.
Right.
Something like that.
So what is your idea of a dream wedding?
See, everybody has this idea of these big venues and by the beach or mountain or air or under the water. I just want to get married in a church. I dream of a day when the Catholic Church will allow it, because when I want to get married, I want a big choir. I want everybody to be seated, and I want to see the altar. I want to see the priest, and I want to be walked down the aisle by my father or my mother or both of them. And I want my man to be waiting for me over there. And I don't want beach wedding is something I never want because I don't want to put my nice shoes on the sand. Okay, so I want a church wedding. I want to hear the bell ring and the choir sing. Typical maybe, but that's what I want. I want my dress to have a long veil.
Right.
All of that.
Wow.
Yeah.